I'm guessing I'm live. Let me look at my audio mixer. I'm live. Or I could actually go into my. Oh, yeah, I'm live. I hear the echo. So, I was not going to do a show today, even though it was requested yesterday that I do a show today. I actually think it was last night. I did follow Doug's advice and I hit the pause button. However, I think last time I did this, it still redirected me at some point in time. I'm just going to let it sit there for a minute. Yeah, see, it pops up over there. It just popped up in the upper right-hand corner. So interesting. Robert Michael, top today's sponsor is Mr. Greg Guy. Yeah, I'm going to be glad when he joins us and has a few words to say about our little show we have here, our little nightly show we have here, and the after nightly show Zoom. I'm going to come clean on something. Yes, Doug, I know how to send myself an email. And yes, Doug, you kind of sort of maybe possibly figured it out that I was actually having a little bit of fun at your expense with that. Jeff did send you a thing that I said I got you hook, line, and sinker. And there for a moment, I think I actually did get you hook, line, and sinker. So I appreciate you playing along, and that was pretty good. I just couldn't resist, honestly. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying to follow more in my mentor steps and realize things. I did give you some props last night on the after Zoom stream, and it has to do with your views on comedy, and that if it's written, sometimes comedy is not perceived as being funny because you can't see the person's facial expressions. You can't hear the inflection in their voice or the deflection in their voice, so it's hard to determine, and I do agree with that. Dennis DDT 205. In case I missed it, in case you missed it, ICYM. Ida says gracias, and then I can't say the rest of it, so no problem. Happy birthday to Ida. Kind of a running joke here. We call our spouses Mrs. and then whatever your name is. His happens to be DDT, which is Dennis something Thompson. Oops, I probably wasn't supposed to let that out. Probably like somebody releasing an email to his optometrist today. Let's figure out what I want to do, shall we? We shall. I have no clue, really. I knew you had to be making money somewhere. Oh, I wish. I wish. So I am going to minimize this. And on full screen, I should take up the whole thing. Now, someone recently wanted me to do Zoom while I do this, and I'm giving it a shot. I need to adjust my camera, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait and get the smaller monitor. And right as if she can't tell time, lunch comes in. Thank you, Mrs. K. So this will be short, sweet, and to the point. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. I hope that daily Davinci was helpful for everybody. I sure got a lot out of it. You can start now. Greg is here. All right, the sponsor has showed up. Let's get going here. I'm going to fire up Davinci. I do have something in mind I want to share, and then I'm going to go get another thing that I have in mind for something I've got working for a couple different things. I did write a couple things down to poke fun at Doug, and I don't know if I want to do that here tonight. I probably will wait till tonight. It's much more fun that way. So I'm going to open up an untitled project right here. This is, again, on these daily Davincis, I just usually put them on my desktop, make sure they look okay, and if I like it, I save it. 9 out of 9 times, I just delete it. Not even going to go down here to the gear icon and change this to 30. I'm just going to get right into what I want to do. So what do I want to do? Well, I found a really cool transition on one of the people that I follow that I want to start using. And since Mr. Betts, I don't know if this has got a transition in it already or not. It might have. We'll see. But we're going to use that one. And then we're going to go back over to, oh, I don't want that. I don't want to import media. So we're going to close that. I want to go back to photos, and I'll pick on myself a little bit. And then I'll pick on Alex a little bit. No, and by picking on, I don't mean picking on by no means. I mean, I'm using them as demonstration. So that is, if we scroll through this, that's going to show Doug, then Mrs. K and I, and then the great professor out of Wisconsin. But that's just boring. If you play this, it's just going to go bloom, bloom, and that's just boring. So I came across this transition, and I follow Essential. What is her channel? Right here. Essential Video Editing. If you're into Davinci at all, or you do video editing with Davinci, I highly recommend you subscribe to this channel. She or he, and I've heard both male and female voices on the channel, so I don't know, but yeah, I've learned so much watching this particular channel that it's really cool. See, I'm getting better at being like Doug. I brought up something that I actually use, so let's get rid of that, and we're going to go in here to Essential Transitions, and I only got 4 so far, but I want to use this flip transition right here. Usually it highlights what you're doing, but in this case it doesn't. So I'm going to bring the flip transition down, put it there. I'm going to bring the flip transition down and put it there. I'm going to close the... My full name is fine. I don't know your full name though, Dennis. I know it's Dennis something Thompson. I figured it was okay to let that much slip, and I just kind of played it off. But yeah, we go look at chat. Poor Mrs. K. Jeff retracted something. Greg is still working on his fence post. Man, Greg, you need to come visit me, and then we need to go visit Robert, because I got work that needs to be done, and Robert's got work that needs to be done. And I figure if you help me, I'll go with you to help Robert out. And we get in a little short trip to Tennessee as well. So what does this do? Well, if you come over here and you play this by pressing your space bar, it goes flip. And I should have shortened these down, but I didn't. So I gotta kill time somehow. So it's just real quick. It's just a real quick flip transition, which right now really looks horrible. So what you can do, you can come in here and grab the transition and lengthen it out, and do the same here, lengthen it out. And this is as far as I've gotten on this. I know there are way more things you can do. So if we come over here and play this now, then it's a little slower. And I like that a little bit bigger. A bit bigger. See, I'm so much turning into that. Better. Not bigger, better. Speaking of mispronouncing things, Doug kept referring to me as Will. Will Ken. Will. My name is Ken, not Will. I am Ken. I am the Ken. I am Ken the Stout. And now you got my mind on something else. So as you can see, by dragging those out, it's a little bit better. And I do have a specific project in mind for this transition. Now, to get to the transition, I think you click on said transition. No, it comes up automatically over here. So if you go here, yeah, it's on that already. Why is my image mirrored? Why is my image blurred? Let me go. I'm only broadcasting in 144p. Oh, there we go. Why is my image mirrored? Not following Jeff on this. I don't think this is not mirrored, actually. It's just a very poor. I need to go in here and redo those. I thought it was Ken Stout. Okay, so the duration of the video, then you come down here to effects, and if you turn the effects off, I think it turns it off. Let's see. Yeah, see, that turns off the effect, even though it's still showing it being there on the second one, sort of, kind of. So let's turn it back on, and then you can flip it from horizontal to vertical. I have no idea what that's going to look like. like I said, I have not experimented with these yet. Oh, okay, it can go that way. I like that. Now, I did watch a video this morning from our good friend Brian Lightfoot out of near Fresno, California on transitions. And I'm considered an amateur by his standards of I like to alter my transitions. And what I mean by that is this will be it. Oh, but the thing I'm not liking, that's going to, no, it didn't. Cool beans. I like that. I don't know where I picked that expression up at. So this one is vertical. And I do like the fact that one's vertical. And then the next one is still horizontal. So that's pretty cool. Now you can invert the flip. And then you come back over here. And since that one's highlighted, then we invert it from top to bottom to top. Pretty cool. Not my image, but Doug's image on the bottom right. Yeah, I'm just going to go down the Doug betting road and say, I'll just keep it that way because I'm not awake yet. And then you can come in here to the curve, and I don't know the difference. Let's try linear. Again, I have no idea. We'll press the space bar. You guys are kind of seeing this at the first time I'm trying to learn it. Looks to be about the same to me. Maybe a little slower when it's on linear. I don't know. Or custom, then you can go in there and you can actually grab a point here and move it down like that. I think you can grab this point here and move it up like that. Then when we play this, it's supposed to be, yeah, I don't see that really worked like it was supposed to. But then again, it could just be my system and that it's just not powerful enough to do this. And then motion blur, I think, is going to be exactly that. You can set it to blur on the transition, but I'm not really seeing that. Shutter angle, let's just jump that up. Let's put the quality up. Let's take the center bias down. And I don't know what this stuff is, so we'll just try that and see what it does. Why not? Slows it way down. So if you wanted to super slow, now what happens if we come in here and speed this back up and shrink it down and then hit play? Still slow. I guess it's slow because of all the things we did. And I can kind of sort of maybe verify that by going in here and double clicking here, double clicking there, double clicking there, double clicking there. Puts it all back to where it was. Hit this, and that's a little faster, but not much. So that's pretty cool. I do like this transition. I do have about one specific project in mind for it, and then I have other ideas for it. Okay, so now I'm going to jump back over to here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the video splitter. I can figure this out on my own, but I just assume go ahead and just grab it and get this, and then you put in your email, which we all know is kstout2016@gmail.com for the normal, or if you want to join me on Zoom, K Stout Zoom, I think, hang on, yeah, K Stout Zoom with the zeros instead of the O's. And then I'm going to go back to here. And then I'm going to download it. And download it right there. 2 people are in the room. All right, let me go check that out because somehow I have hidden that. And it's a professional and Joshi. Let them in. I'm not hearing any sound. Now, I don't know if they're going to be heard or not. Let me see here. So if Jose and Josh could say something for me, please. I want to see if you're actually coming across. Jose and Josh could say something for me, please. I want to see if you're actually coming across. I guess we're going to leave it to our imagination if they are actually Jose joined twice. All right, I'll go back to that later. Got important things to do here. Hello, Josh. Hello, Jose. Good to see you. Important things to do here. Hello, Josh. Let me go see if maybe. No, the speakers are coming over there. Let's put it over on that one. Go check out the system, see where it's going. It's going over there. So maybe now if they were to speak, they'll come across. We will see. I'll just have to go off what chat tells me because I'm going to mute this because it's annoying to me. It has to be annoying to you. So I went and got another one. And now to install that, you just simply, I don't know if it'll do it when this is running or not, but you go to desktops, it puts it in a zip file. You click on it, you extract it. It's going to extract it right back into my downloads. I had issues with this yesterday in getting the one that I was trying to get. And we will see. Here comes Greg, and here comes... Greg is watching the stream because
yep, he is.
I can hear it. Okay, so now... Hello, Greg. Hello, Darren.
Howdy.
Let me see if you're coming across over there.
Hello, Greg. Hello, Darren. Howdy.
Yeah, it looks like you are, so that's fine. Now I need to go find the essential splitter zip that unzipped, and it, like I said, and I actually got rid of about 100 things in here yesterday. I'm slowly getting it done. Like I need to go ahead and grab this one and cut it and go to my D drive, go to my Davinci, go to my Resolve, go to Golfing Movies, go find me a spot, and it may already be in there. I don't know. There it is. That's how I do that nowadays. And I actually can do this from Davinci. I do it a lot from Davinci, actually. And I'll probably... Oh, there's 2 more. Gee whiz. There's a bunch more. I tell you what, I got to get on myself for falling behind in my duties here.
I tell you what, I got to get on myself.
Mercy.
My duties here.
Why am I hearing that? Oh, I'm hearing that because of it's on Zoom.
No, I'm hearing that. It ain't me.
No, it's me. It's me. It actually is me.
No, it's me. It's me. It actually is me.
Get back to what I was doing before I get too sidetracked here. So we're looking for the unzipped version of this, and there's got to be an easy way to do it. Yeah, it was me. I had the volume turned up too far. Yeah, anyway, it was me. Trying to find the unzip, and sometimes they are just a pain to find, even though they should stand out like a sore thumb. Yeah, you can tell I didn't practice this. That's not it. That's not it. Here we go. Nope, that's the scrolling text. That's not it. Sometimes I wish this would go in some better semblance of an order, like either at the top or at the bottom, and stay consistent. But that's just me, and I'm quite sure Microsoft could care less how I feel about how things are zipped and unzipped. Well, as I predicted, I went right over it. So let's go back to the top, and let's put in the word splitter. And then I want this one right here, so hopefully that goes and finds it for me. I think it just went and found the zip, or do I have to hit this? There we go. Then I'm going to go into, I think it's this one. Double click it. It's going to pop up on my screen somewhere, or it should. It might not because Davinci is running. I'm not 100% sure, but what I can do, since this is just a throwaway, I don't need to render it. I don't need to save it. Just go ahead and get rid of it. And then we'll double click on this one. Can I open that from here? I should be able to open it from here, I think. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's try open in file location. It's right there. It's a DRFX. I don't need that. So I'm going to click on this one. Yeah, if it's opening, I'm not seeing it anywhere. And I can't hear you guys now because I don't have this set up properly. And if I turn my volume up just a little bit, then it's going to have that horrendous noise. So if you guys were saying anything, I couldn't hear you. I should be able to hear you now. Naturally, this is going horribly bad, or right on par the way that it should be going. I just am not seeing, because it usually opens up a little box and says, do you want to install this? And of course I do, unless I did not get it done correctly. It shows it's in downloads. Go back to downloads. I wished it would have brought me here, which I guess maybe it did. So can somebody in Zoom say something? I moved my volume a little bit. I want to see if I can hear you or not. Barely I can hear you. Let me try that again. Go up to about there. There we go. Now I can hear you. All right. So I'm going to find this. It's real simple, actually. You just download it, unzip it, open the file, and it will automatically start Davinci, and it will install it for you. I've not had any issues getting things from that particular creator at all. Now, there was another creator that I did have some issues with, so I kind of stay away from them. And once again, I'm pretty sure I'll just buzz right over this. Haven't had my breakfast yet. I am on my first cup of coffee. Scrolling text is not it. Scrolling text is not it. It's scatter, I believe, right? And I want to thank everyone for joining us. Looks like Joshy might... No, Josh is still here. Thumbnail. Oh, good golly. Anyway, I'll find it after. As soon as I end the stream, it'll be the first thing I come across. It usually happens that way. Am I in downloads? Yeah, I'm in downloads. Make sure I'm in downloads. That'd be funny if I'm searching in the wrong spot. It'd be typical me. Flip. There's the flip transition right there that I got the other day. That's the one I just showed you. So it should be somewhere here. Alex just sent me a photo. He's out and about on the road today. Not exactly sure where he's going. That's pretty interesting that I found the flip transition right there, but I'm not finding the... Oh, there it is, right next to it. Essential splitter. Duh, I'm so blind. So double click on that. Then you want to go in here. Yeah, no, it's not the DRFX file, so I want to double click that. And then somewhere it's supposed to open up a little box and or start Davinci. And it doesn't look like it's doing either or. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Live, unscripted, unrehearsed. Now there is a outside possibility that, okay, it is unzipped. Open. What does that do? It doesn't do anything either. I don't know. Long Dog, it seems it's about 104 degrees. He went outside, doesn't feel hot yet. His sensor is up underneath the eave of the house. Yeah, it's supposed to be a very comfortable, barely 80 degrees this afternoon when we play golf, and I put enough water to get through that. I'll get this working, just not right now, because it's clearly not doing what it's supposed to be doing, unless it's... Oh, here's OBS. I'll bring it over. It's going to mirror, and I'm not seeing it anywhere. Don't quite follow what it's doing, so Didn't really have anything planned. Kind of did this on a spur of the moment because Dougie, let's start calling Doug Dougie. Calls me Will, let's call him Dougie. If I had a show, Josh asked yesterday if I was going to have a show, and I did. Good to see he's hanging out. Good to see Darren. Good to see Greg, and it's good to see Jose. Now, I will end the stream, but I'm going to keep the Zoom session running just like I do at night, and I'll turn my camera off while I eat the breakfast. It looks very delicious, by the way. Thank you guys for watching. Tonight's show will be scheduled for 9 o'clock. Pending golf, I'll do my best to get back so that I can start on time. If I'm late, Chris, it's because I'm still getting back from golf and getting prepared. I will schedule it so that if we are running late, I can come in, hit the button, and take off and go. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I know this was not helpful. I know this was not useful. And I know this was not entertaining. It's good to know these things. I don't need Greg backing me up on that. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you tonight. It's good to be king, by the way.